giedokime mūsų Lietuvos valstybinį himną. Please remain standing for the national anthem of Lithuania.
Prynhawn da from Jonava, less than 24 hours after Cymru's senior side secured an important victory in Latvia. We're around 150 miles due south of Riga this afternoon in neighbouring Lithuania, where the under-21 team will be hoping for a similar positive result. After a hugely encouraging start to their latest qualification campaign, when the Young Dragons picked up an unexpected draw in Denmark back in June, they could move above the Danes to the top of the Group I table with a win here today. And having put on an entertaining and free-flowing performance as they comfortably overran Liechtenstein's under-23 side in last Friday's friendly at Rodney Parade, Matty Jones' side will certainly start this game in a confidence mood against the group's bottom seeds, who were beaten by Denmark here in their opening group fixture back in June as well. Confirmation that this afternoon's referee is Mr. Rauf Kabarov of Azerbaijan. He's from a family of referees. His father and uncle are also both former middlemen. So here are the team news. Lithuania are without fullback Natanas Zebrauskas, who's serving a ban after being sent off against Denmark back in June. Midfielder Mateusz Remeikis made his debut for the senior Lithuanian side on Sunday night, whilst fullback Artemius Tuchiskinas was also on the bench in Belgrade as Lithuania lost 3-1 to Serbia. Striker Armandas Kuches has also played for the senior side, and it was he who scored against Denmark for the under-21s back in June. This is the Welsh side. Matty Jones has made wholesale changes to the team that beat Liechtenstein 4 days ago. Only Luke Cahool, Joe Lowe, Luke Harris and Ruben Colwell are retained from Friday's starting 11. And we'll pause for the second for a minute's silence. Silence there after the terrible events in Morocco with the earthquake over the weekend. How the team, so Lithuania line up. Expect them to be 4-4-2. My name's Mailer Emrys, and joining me in the commentary box this afternoon for Scorio's English language coverage of this match is Mark Williams, former Cymru under-21 international himself. Mark, as we see the Welsh lineup on the screen, how do you think things will go this afternoon?
Good afternoon, mate. Great to be here. Yeah, I think obviously Wales go in favourites here, despite being away from home. They'll be looking to build on the impressive point they took away from Denmark and hoping for all 3 points today.
Yes, indeed. It's a very fine result in Vejle in Denmark back in June. 2 Rubin Caldwell penalties, securing an unexpected point for Matty Jones' team against the group's top seeds. So, Wales in red, Lithuania in yellow. Home team attacking from left to right in this first half as we view things. As I mentioned, Lithuania lost their opening game in the group also to Denmark in this very stadium back in June. They only lost by 2-1, despite having to play almost half that game with 10 men. So despite being the group's bottom seeds, they're unlikely to be pushovers this afternoon. Early free kick for Wales. Got a foul on Pat Jones. Important that Cymru make a positive start here, Mark.
Yeah, I mean, I felt in Denmark, first 15-20, I think they gave too much respect to Denmark. Denmark got a foothold in the game, and although Wales were better in the second half and came away with that deserved point, they'll be hoping to start better today. You know, keeping the ball and getting early chances for sure. Maybe an early goal.
Mentioned the importance of keeping the ball there. Cymru gave it away. It's an early chance for Lithuania. The ball into the middle. Spiker couldn't quite control it. Matthias Burba. Early warning for Cymru. But they'll have to be at their best to get a result here today. Ed Beach of Chelsea takes the goal kick. He's actually been on the bench for Chelsea's first team this season. Premier League game against Luton earlier in the month. This is Owen Beck, currently on loan from Liverpool at Dundee to take the throw in. Mentioned right at the start his famous uncle. So poor Owen Beck is tired of hearing that now, that he's related to Ian Rush. Very promising player in his own right is Owen Beck.
I played for Ian Rush once, May, so that's my claim to knowing Ian Rush as well.
So it seems that Cymru have set up in the same kind of formation that the senior team did last night against Latvia. Would that be something that Matty Jones will have decided himself, Mark, or will it be something that will have been passed on to him and demanded of him this afternoon?
It's interesting, isn't it? I mean, sometimes I think you want to kind of, if you're building from the top down, you know, you want to be able to get these players, if any of these players are to step up, you know, you want to be able to play that formation that the first team are playing, but at the same time, you've got to put out a formation that's right to go and beat Lithuania today. So probably this formation suits this current game. I wouldn't say it's in reflection to last night's formation.
There are certain nations who demand that right from the top down, every team plays the same formation. In some countries, I think a few years ago in Switzerland, even clubs, if they wanted to get funding, had to play in a certain formation from week to week.
You see it with academy football as well. You know, you go into academy or wherever into the youth team, and yeah, you're playing the exact same. So if you get that caller, you know exactly what's expected from you.
Luke Harris stole the ball there for Cymru. And the visitors have a throw in a promising position. Short throw. Pat Jones to get the cross in. Just lost possession at the vital time. He did win another throw for Cymru. Finn Stevens will take. Finn Stevens of Brentford. And a number of players in this Cymru Under-21 squad who've gone out on loan this season and are already getting regular games in League One and League Two, which can only be a good thing, Mark.
Yeah, it's so important. I mean, I think sometimes at that age, you're trying to break into the first team, whether you're on the bench, you're 17th man, you're travelling with the squad, all good experiences, but it's so important that game time. And whether that's, as you said, dropping to League One or League Two, it's men's football, it's Football League, you start learning your trade, and it can only help them to obviously develop. And then their time will come when they go back to their clubs, I'm sure, to get that chance.
Yes, we've already mentioned Owen Beck, who's up in Dundee for the season. Ed Turns, the under-21's captain for this afternoon. He's on loan at Leyton Orient for the second successive season. And Eli King of Cardiff City is currently playing his trade on loan at Morecambe. The other Ed in the company team to take the kick, Ed Beach. Long kick down the right wing by him. And the home team steal possession. Try to make some ground down that left wing. Foul committed this time. Joe Lowe, central defender, who actually has 2 goals in 2 friendly appearances for Cumbria under-21s, and has already scored 3 goals in 4 games for Wycombe this season. So alongside Reuben Colwell, strangely, our centre-back might be one of the main goal threats for Cumbria this afternoon.
Look forward to seeing the set pieces.
Hopeful ball. Hit forward. Pat Jones working hard. Gets to the ball, pulls it back. Only a yellow shirt in the middle. It's not fully cleared away though. Charlie Savage now with a cross. Towards the back post. Luke Harris got up. Couldn't direct his header goalwards. But Pat Jones did very well there, chasing a lost cause. This is a cross that followed. Short goal kick. Lithuania initially trying to play it out of the back. Thought better of it. Lithuania on the break now, some space down this right channel. Strange cross, but it found his man. Cumbria do get it clear, went back, made life difficult for himself to start with, but he's now on a charge downfield. Very well there. Charlie Savage, now of Reading, having moved from Manchester United over the summer. Played 1 game for the Red Devils.
Great touch.
That was in the Champions League. Luke Harris, out to Owen Beck. Beck's cross blocked. Maybe the first corner of the game for the visitors. Mentioned Joe Lowe, the dangerous centre-back. Chance maybe for him to come up here and add to his goal tally. Corner comes in, wasn't the best. Eli King plays it across to Owen Beck. Can we start again? Joe Lowe just jogging back there. Be disappointed. Having run all the way up the pitch, didn't have a chance with that cross. Wasn't the best ball forward in the end by Eli King either. Mentioned Reuben Colwell. There he is, the number 10 there for Cumbria, standing on the edge of the box. His brother Joel, also of Cardiff City, is on the bench this afternoon. Both of them started against Liechtenstein on Friday. Pretty sure that's the first time ever that two brothers have started the game for Cymru in the 21. Little bit of pressure on the goalkeeper. Beach did well, not the best first touch either by Luca Cool. Cymru get away with it. Long ball down the wing. It's too far. Easy for the backtracking Julius Virvilas in the Lithuanian goal. Mac, I think you played 6 times, didn't you, for the under-21s? You ever play in the same team as your brother?
Yeah, a couple of appearances with Mike. We didn't start together, so you were correct in being the only to start. But I think Northern Ireland would have been one, and certainly the game that you mentioned last time where I got sent off, Mike was playing as well. But he started, I came on to join the field and went off swiftly after scoring 2 as well.
I was just going to say, you left as quickly as you came on, having scored 2 quick goals.
And met Craig Davis in the shower, who'd also seen red on the day.
It's quite a game against Israel all the way back in 2006.
Was it that long?
So we've had over 10 minutes, and it seems that both teams are still just trying to find their feet, Mac.
Yeah, as I said, Wales would have been hoping for a little bit of a better start. Lithuania kind of a bit direct, probably been slightly more threatening than Wales. But Wales will want to get to grips with the game, get a few passes in, and certainly start, having some impetus on the fixture. Because at the minute, I think, Lithuania have started well. They've won the ball back high there again. And I just feel it's difficult when you play someone, bottom seeds in the group, and you do have that element of complacency. It's just there, and mentally you've got to make sure you're ready and focused, for fixtures like this. And it just seems Lithuania have started the brighter.
Luke Harris sliding in, really claiming that he got the ball. It was slightly wild. About 10 years ago, there wouldn't have been any question about that kind of tackle. No question of a foul. In the modern game, we'll see it again. Well, he did get the ball, didn't he? But he slid in, some would say maybe through the man. Only a free kick, nothing more than that. Artemius Tuchuskinas will take the kick. Mentioned him when we looked at the teams. He has 6 senior caps for Lithuania. Was on the bench in Belgrade on Sunday night as Lithuania's senior side lost 3-1. There's an offside here. Tuchuskinas, actually Lithuania's youngest ever senior international. To go back to the point that the group's bottom seeds won't be pushovers, it just shows they've been able to bring back a couple of players from the senior side to strengthen their under-21s this afternoon. Kuches, the number 9 there. You see on the screen. I was thinking of closing Joe Lowe down. He's another one who's played for the senior side. Loose there by Wales. Again, Lithuania. They seem to be targeting the left-hand side, Mac.
Yeah,
I just say that. Of course, they hit it across field.
I think they've started, relatively well. Lithuania, they're winning the ball high. They're putting pressure on the Wales defence. That's a great ball.
There's a chance here. Zoe Beck, that gave the ball away.
And they've just got to get themselves in the game, Wales. As I said, I think Lithuania have started well. They're pressing the Wales defence high, and they're just causing a few problems. I mean, that was a really good chance.
Yes, that's definitely a wake-up call for Cymru. Not the first time. When Beck has been a bit loose in possession at the back. He got away with it the first time when he dribbled it out. He really paid there for giving the ball away. Long direct ball over the Cymru defence. Demakis keeps the ball in play and wins a corner. Does he? No, it's a goal kick. Matthews Demakis, who made his senior debut in that game against Serbia over the weekend. Cymru playing the ball out of the back. Paul will dispossess this time. And then a wasteful effort.
3 times in 5 minutes. You know, really high up Lithuania. I think that seems to be their game plan. Because Wales are trying to play out, but they've been caught 3 times already. It's just really important to keep retention of that ball.
Harris couldn't get his head to that. But Cymru have retained possession this time. Ruben Caldwell. First we've really seen of him. Luke Harris creates some space for himself. Across to Charlie Savage. Ed Turns now the captain. They're going one way. Then went back. Patient play by Cymru in midfield. And then the ball given away. And immediately, Lithuania looked to launch an attack. Pressure here on Joe Lowe. The defender did well. It was Kutchis who was breathing down his neck. Charlie Savage, good ball forward to Ruben Caldwell. Again, though, Cymru forced to go backwards. Like King. Caldwell plays it out wide. Again, Lithuania getting everyone back behind the ball, making it difficult for Cymru to break them down. Happy for the man in red to get up to halfway. That'll be a corner. Much fortuitously. But now, from nothing really, another set-piece opportunity for Cymru. Chance to bring the big man Joe Lowe up. He'll hope that this will be a better delivery than the first corner. Pat Jones takes it short this time to Eli King. King. And the cross doesn't beat the first man. Disappointing, and there's a chance for Lithuania to break. Going back. Had to be aware, and he did well. Something of a dangerous ball. It looked like it from this angle anyway. Eli King. Dawdling on the ball. Almost going to have into trouble. Savage. To Ruben Caldwell. Seems to be dropping deeper and deeper as this first quarter has gone on to get involved.
Difficult when you're up there waiting for the play, and certainly if obviously Lithuania have had a little bit more, so naturally you do drop in and you can find yourself in the centre mid role, but it actually doesn't help your team because you need to obviously keep that depth a bit, so you want that release for that long ball forward. So he's just got to hold his position and stay a little bit higher. The ball will come.
Definitely. As I mentioned, Lithuania looking very organised when they're not with the ball, making it difficult for Cymru to break them down. It would be easier for the visitors to get something going if they had their main striker where he should be, if we put it like that, rather than dropping back. Brauskas plays it out wide. Ball to nowhere in the end, down the field. No pressure at all on Ed Beach, who can take his time. That, of course, is the same problem for Lithuania. If they're going to put everyone behind the ball, when they do steal possession, it's going to be quite difficult for them to launch anything, especially launch a quick attack, which they seem to have tried a few times. The game's almost at walking pace at the moment, Mark.
Yeah, I'm just watching it closely. I mean, I think, as I said, I think after 20 minutes, I think Lithuania would be more happy with their start. I think their pressing's been good. Wales just need, you know, to feel themselves into the game, get these passes, start creating them spaces. But they look well drilled at the moment, Lithuania, in terms of their shape without the ball. But, you know, as you said, while they're in this, how defensive they are, it's difficult to then counter. But just good little bit of play here now by Wales.
Colwell having found himself in some space, then with a loose ball, but he's got the ball back now. Is it on to Pat Jones? Colwell with a cross. Oh, it's actually a shot. Hit the side netting.
That's where you want him. You want him around the edge of the box. We know he's a threat. He's a goal threat. A couple of passes back to the Denmark game as well, just around when you're 25 yards out. That's where you can affect the game. You're not going to do that in your own half. So that's where we want him.
It was actually a bit of a waste when the ball came back to him. There's actually 2 balls on the pitch there as well. Had Cymru managed a goal there, I think Lithuania would have been very happy. Again, a short goal kick to take the ball out to that left wing, which Lithuania seem to be favouring. On a free kick this time. Pat Jones with a foul. Crossfield ball. Met by Owen Beck. Quarterback with a throw. Lithuania happy to go back. Start again. Putting them under a bit more pressure in their own half when they're in possession. That was a good ball out by the goalkeeper. Chance now maybe down that left flank. Kutches with a cross, but there's no one there. Straight down the throat of Ed Beach. He's eager to get play going again. Eli King. Picking up the pace a little bit maybe. Not that that's too difficult. I mentioned the last quarter of an hour or so has mostly been at snail pace. It is a warm afternoon here. Don't think that should make that much of a difference really in the first quarter. Throw in for Cymru on the far side. Not much of an atmosphere here either. Only a few hundred here watching the game. Suppose that could be quite difficult as well. When Beck jumps in, and he's going to get a card here. It's yellow. When Beck looked a bit worried there for a moment.
It's one of them, I think, when you win the ball, you automatically think you're okay. I think it sounded a little bit worse. We'll see now on the replay.
Going back, and his heart in his mouth for a moment as Mr. Kabarov took his time to get his card out of his pocket.
It's almost every time you go to make a tackle or, you know, put your leg in there, you're giving yourself that chance of obviously a red card, a yellow card. It's almost tacklers coming away from the game, isn't it? But if it's there to be won, I just think, you know, it's still part of football. He's got to go for that. As the players take a little break, let you know what games are coming up on Scorio this Friday night. Colwyn Bay face Aberystwyth live on Esbydrec Click on YouTube and Scorio's Facebook page. And then on Sunday, the first game of the Adran Premier season, newly promoted Wrexham taking on Swansea. It's live at 5:30 on S4C this coming Sunday. And then, of course, next Monday we'll have usual
wrap-up of all the weekend's football. Actually got that coming up this evening as well on S4C. Colwyn Bay and Aberystwyth, two clubs you know very well, Mark.
Yeah, you know, I had good times at both clubs, captained both teams as well. Obviously, Colwyn Bay were in the English system back then. So, you know, good memories there, and certainly more recently Aberystwyth as well, who, despite being a former club, we picked 3 points against them on Saturday with a 4-2 win. So,
yeah, you've had a good start to the season with your new club, Caernarfon. Only one defeat in 6, I think now. Lying 3rd in the Cymru Premier table. But there's a feeling already about that Colwyn Bay Aberystwyth game that it's something of a relegation 6-pointer. Strange to say that this early in the season. Cymru coming forward now. Pat Jones keeps the ball in play. Cross just about blocked at the cost of a corner. That was better by Cymru. A little ball forward. The return ball towards Finn Stevens. Couldn't quite find the man. Charlie Savage to take the corner. Swings it in on his left. Just above Joe Lowe, the danger man. Lithuania get it clear.
Chance.
And that's a good ball down the middle. Chance here for the home side. And then an awful shot, really, from distance. It was Faustas Stepanovicius.
They look lively on the break. They've got that pace, haven't they? And, you know, they're causing Wales problems. I mean, that's a better chance than he's done there. He should do better. Certainly hit the target. But that's the worry when Wales are going forward. You know, that one ball seems to be causing them problems.
Could Stepanovicius maybe have taken a couple more touches there?
I think he's got the Wales defender in a position where he can run at him. He can almost get into that box, you know, try and take him on, potentially win a penalty. And if not, it puts the doubt in the Wales defender to dangle that leg or to make that tackle. So I think he took the shot maybe too early. But then if he lost the shot, we'd say he should have taken it early. So
he got himself into a good position.
Yeah.
He just lashed at it a bit. Forward who plays for Botev Plovdiv in Bulgaria. On loan there at the moment. From RFS in Latvia. The move will become permanent in January.
Just see Harris there having a go, but that's 4 times. I mean, the second one is a foul. He's won the first one, the Lithuania midfielder. And you just see it here now. It's a great tackle. They genuinely seem really up for it. So, you know, just a reaction there. But that's probably the way the game has started, because Lithuania, any time Wales have got the ball or they've got the ball into feet, they've got someone right behind them trying to win it back. So, as I said, I think even coming to 30 minutes, it's been a good start by Lithuania.
Luke Harris and Karolis Zabrauskas, the Lithuanian captain, getting to know each other a bit better there in the midfield. Now then, Jones on the attack for Cymru. Cross. So went back, who was waiting for it. And Emil Andruskevich jumped in. Did what he had to. Got the ball away just about.
He's lively, Pat Jones. He always, you know, looking back to the Denmark game, he's always making good runs. He's chasing lost causes. And in games like this, there are players you need that can almost turn something out of nothing. And obviously that was a great ball, and they've got the corner.
We've seen already this afternoon, as you said, chasing lost causes, creating something of nothing. That can really help to pick up the players around you as well. Savage with a corner once again towards the far post this time. And there is a Welsh head on it, but it was easy for the goalkeeper. Something a bit of a nothing header, really. Come back to that, because Cymru are under pressure here now. Got away with that one. Ball bounced awkwardly for Owen Beck. His header back, just had enough on it to reach Ed Beach. Burba really got his foot to it. Back again, forward to Coolwell now. So half an hour gone. Pace of the game's picking up a little bit now. Still 0-0 as Owen Beck prepared to take this throw in. Coolwell seems to be getting into the game a bit more in the last 10 minutes or so. Sees a throw in there though. Cymru steal possession from the throw in. Pat Jones thought about shooting, ended up turning into something of a blind alley, had to go backwards. It is again. Finn Stevens inside to Luke Harris. And patient play by Cymru. Trying to unlock this organised Lithuanian defence. Harris's cross. It was Beck who got the shot in. Deflected behind for a corner. In the last couple of minutes, Cymru are coming closer, Mark.
Yeah, much better than. Patience there down the right-hand side, a good cross. Did everything perfectly. Back on obviously his weaker foot, but I think it just took that deflection, otherwise it could have been a goal.
Here comes the corner, and Joe Lowe got his head to it this time. Couldn't keep his head down. Cymru suddenly are turning the screw, dominating possession a bit more. And at least keeping the Lithuanian defence honest, so we say. Slanzoka takes the goal kick. Strange one. Just taps it back to the goalkeeper. Don't see that very often. Long ball forward. Beyond everyone.
Seems to be that's Lithuania's game plan in terms of going from back to front. Within that, just one pass. It has caused problems in the first half an hour or so. But you know, there's no space behind Wales, so that helps. But certainly, if Wales are higher up, there is space behind them with the fast Lithuanian strikers. Just got to be mindful of that.
Yeah, it's a pretty basic tactic, really, by Lithuania. Offensively, Luka Hull. The ball forward to Finn Stevens. Pat Jones again, turning on a dime. Gets the ball forward, gets it back from Coolwell, and has a shot, and the rebound's been turned in. It's Luke Harris of Fulham. And with 12 minutes to go in the first half, Cymru have taken the lead. And in the past few minutes, I think it's fair to say that's been coming. After a slow start, suddenly Cymru turn it on. Luke Harris away, got to the rebound first, and lashed it home past Virvilas in the Lithuanian goal.
Great reaction, great finish. But I think that the 30 seconds just before is probably the best in terms of this game. They've just bopped it around, 1-2 touch. There he has, got the shot off, and he's the first to react in the roof of the net. But it was just the play before that, wasn't it, May? I think they just, you know, getting to grips with the game, 1 and 2 touch passing, and it's created that chance.
Pat Jones once again to the fore. Not only was it his shot that was saved into Harris's path, as Mark suggested a few moments before, it was that lovely little interplay down the right between Jones and Coolwell that created the chance in the first place. After a slow start, Matty Jones will be pretty happy with that, I suspect. And again, Cymru come forward straight away. And Harris slipped at the worst possible moment there. That was more than half a chance. I think Cole will realise when he got the ball that he had so much space he could have turned it around and gone himself, maybe. Keeper was out of position.
amazing how a goal can completely change everything. I mean, Wales, look how much they've pushed forward now. They're on the offence. The midfield have pushed 10 yards higher. That's what goals do, they completely change. Lithuania have to now come out, don't they?
I was about to say they'll have to change their tactics now. But as I say that, they go for the direct ball over the top again. Kutch's offside this time. How's the Lithuanian bench? And clearly there will be chat now about changing the tactics. Have to be a bit less conservative, which could, of course, play into Cymru's favour. Joe Lowe. On to Luca Houle of Bristol Rovers. Pat Jones. The best pass this time. But he again steals the ball back. Caldwell there as well. Finn Stevens gets the cross in. Beck was waiting for it. Villas, the goalkeeper, got something on it. Just got enough to divert the ball away from the waiting Owen Beck. The second goal now would really put Cymru in control. Head turns. Not just back in the team, but back in as captain. This afternoon, he takes the throw. Owen Beck battling for it. Couldn't get around the defender this time. Mentioned that both these teams have already played against Denmark. The other two teams in this group are Iceland and the Czech Republic. They open their campaigns this afternoon and they meet each other a bit later on in Reykjavik. 5 teams in the group. Group winners guaranteed a place at next summer's European Under-21 Championship finals in Slovakia. 3 of the 3 best of the 9 runners-up will also join them automatically. The other 6 runners-up will go into home and away playoffs to decide the final 3 places. There's a long way to go before then, though. As I said, Cymru win by 2 goals today. They'll actually go to the top of the group above Denmark. As Cymru starting their campaign with 3 straight away games, they'll take 4 points from the first 2. Be a very decent start. Quarter of the way through the group. We're not even there yet. Caldwell lose this time. A misunderstanding between him and Finn Stevens.
Just before that, Meg, Charlie Savage chased down the fullback and resembled his old man, Robbie, and he kept on chasing him. In the end, he's when Wales are throw in, and Matty on the side is clapping. You can hear Neil Taylor as well shouting on, and just seeing it there again, it's that intensity now, and they've just, since the goal, you can just see Wales have increased that intensity off the ball.
Charlie Savage, his flowing locks, reminiscent of his dad. Whatever people would say about Robbie Savage's efforts in a Cymru shirt, he always gave it 110%. Just as Mark was mentioning now. Chasing things down the best he could. Son seems to be embarking on what could be a very promising career. As I mentioned, he left the Manchester United this summer, having played 1 game for them. Gone as a substitute for Juan Mata in a Champions League game a couple of seasons ago. He's going to play 1 game for the club. That's pretty impressive. He's now with Reading in League One, and already finds himself a regular in their first team. much like those players we mentioned earlier who have gone out on loan this season. Charlie Savage, by dropping down a couple of levels, getting some good game time so far this season. Lovely little flick there through the legs. And then from the sublime to the ridiculous. Lovely little back heel to start with from Burba. And then it was the fullback, Andruszkiewicz, who missed his kick completely. But again, a quick reminder, Cymru might have taken control of this game now, but there's only one goal in it. In that kind of situation, things can change very, very quickly, especially when the ball's given away cheaply like that. There's Luka Hul with a poor pass. And here come the home side. Kuchis. Well, it was Ed Turns who flew in there. I think it looked a worse challenge than it probably was if we see it again. Kuchis was taken out.
Definitely see they're being coached by Neil Taylor. No, a couple of these challenges coming in.
Referee more interested in having a word with Eli King. That was a challenge. Wow. See it again. It wasn't the best, was it, Mark? Shall we put it like that? Free kick for Lithuania. Referee pulling the ball back, so it seems actually the foul's been given for the previous challenge.
I was going to say, looking at the second one, I quite liked it. Made a few of them this season. I thought, yeah, I like that one. But yeah, it was the first one. But again, it's a dangerous position. They'll have to defend this well, Wales. Just before the break as well, 4 or 5 minutes. Last thing they'll want to do is concede.
Stepanovicius!
Oh, save.
Good free kick, cleared the wall, was on target. But Ed Beach was equal to it. What I say, Mark? Don't you come complaining to me the next time you jump in like that and end up getting booked.
Refs have been nice to me this year so far, fingers crossed. I'm only on the 1 yellow.
Burba. Drying the ball.
£12 out my wages.
Oh, that's nothing. Burba's throw into the area, putting Cymru under some pressure. Stepanovicius again, to over his shoulder. A hopeful knock-on than anything. Ed Beach, Amsman in Lithuania. Good few minutes for Lithuania though, just before half-time. The last thing Cymru want to do now is concede an equaliser before the break. Beach hits it long this time. Cymru will be more than happy to have a throw-in the opposition half. And as the seconds tick away at the end of this first half. They went back in no rush to take the throw either. Lithuania deal with a low cross and look to launch a counter-attack. Charlie Savage on the scene very quickly though, hassling. Lithuania managed to retain possession in the end. Long cross-field ball, finding Stepanovicius. Deep cross, beyond everyone. Went back, happy to let the ball run out for the throw-in. Ed Turns with a long throw, flicked on by Colwell. That'll be a free kick for Cymru.
Just relieves the pressure, doesn't it? And when you've got that platform, someone to hold it up, Just to get to the break now, not do anything stupid, take the 1-0. Don't think it's been the best half from Wales. Obviously, all the football's been played by Wales. But Lithuania are dangerous on the break, and certainly I think second half, key 20 minutes when we come back out.
Maybe 2 minutes, the minimum of 2 minutes to be added on at the end of this first period. So, chance for Cymru to launch an attack here. Long free kick from Savage, finds Colwell. Shot by Harris! Deflected just wide. The second goal, just before the half, would have been fantastic. Bounced around. Fell for Harris at the edge of the box. And the ball spinning behind for a corner. Should be Cymru's 6th of this first half. Can the visitors finish on a high? Finn Stevens' cross, not the best. Seen a few corners in this first half that have been wasted, really not beating the first man. Stevens battling legally, pulling the number 16 shirt. Lithuania in a hurry to get on with things. And it's a real chance here. Kutches clean throw, and he has equalised. No, he hasn't. He was offside. He was offside. And that's a big escape for Cymru. Right on the stroke of half-time. Direct play again by Lithuania. Stepanovicius. That was a tight one. Kutches made no mistake, and I think he realised as he slotted the ball in that the ball was going to be called back. Huge escape for Cymru right at the end of the first half.
It really was, and it just shows they are a threat on the break. Again, it was one ball. It was a good through ball and a great finish. I thought it was extremely tight. Yeah, lucky escape, go in 1-0 and now obviously, got to make sure we nullify that threat that they've got. It seems to be that from right to left, and it's causing problems.
And that is half-time. And after Cymru have that escape right at the end of the first period, they'll be more than happy to go in at half-time. A goal up here in Lithuania. The score at the half in Jonava, as you see there, Lithuania 0, Cymru 1. You saw the scorer there as well, Luke Harris, who's made the difference between the two teams. So we'll be back with you in about a quarter of an hour for the second period, hoping that Cymru can keep this going and grab a fine away win to go with that draw they got a few months ago. So don't go far. See you again soon. Welcome back to Jonava, where, as you can see, the home side have made a change at the break. Eridanas Bagushas coming on for the second half. Titas Busas, the number 10 striker, was left. It's a straight swap. Forward for the forward. No changes for Cymru, who start the second half attacking from left to right with a 1-goal advantage. This kick by Charlie Savage. All falls to Eli King. The visitors will be looking to make a fast start here at the beginning of the second 45. May well feel at a second goal. Good kill off Lithuania, as we saw at the end of the first half. The score being 1-0. Home side are very much still in this. Ruben Colwell gets away from his man. Colwell across goal! And Finn Stevens, after 45 seconds of the second period, has doubled Cymru's advantage. The perfect start to the second half for the visitors. And suddenly, it's Lithuania 0, Cymru 2. The low ball right across the face of the goal. And Finn Stevens was there at the back stick to turn the ball home. Mark Williams still with me.
Yeah,
perfect start to the second half.
Excellent play by Colwell down the left-hand side. I think he got a little bit lucky on the first turn. He found himself still with the ball. He beat the last man. Great ball across, and that can be the positive side of the wing-back, especially someone like Stevens, attack-minded. It can go against you the other way if he's high up the pitch and the direct balls, but on the other side, he's back stick tapping it in. So great start for Wales. It's exactly what they needed, and you'd almost say now, although another half to go, you know, that could be the game for me in the bag.
Certainly, Lithuania won't be able to hold back now. They'll have to go for it if they're going to get anything out of this game. Well, that could, of course, work in Cymru's favour if Lithuania decide to push more men forward. The perfect start to the second half for Cymru. Lithuania being forced backwards. Cymru applying the pressure when they're not in possession. I mentioned the first half, not a big crowd here, so there wasn't a massive atmosphere in the first half, but it's really quiet at the moment, and that's not going to change for the moment. It looked like Stepanovicius had got away down the left, but he was offside.
That's the other side of Finn Stevens' game, where he's got to get back in line with his back three. Certainly a difficult position, but both full-backs, I think wing-backs for Wales, they've got that energy to get forward and back. I mean, sometimes in the first half, Beck was crossing it to Stevens, but it's positive, you know, it's attacking football. It looks good on the eye, but certainly just got to make sure defensively they're tight as well.
The way the game has developed in the past few years, full-backs, they almost don't exist anymore. The wing-backs now all the time, aren't they, Mark?
Yeah, I think the old, you know, Gary Neville type player isn't quite around now. It's I think, you know, you look at your Trent Alexander-Arnolds now, and it is all about, you know, your technique, how physical you are, how fit you are. It's about getting up and down, and 1 minute you are a right winger, the next minute you are the right full-back, and you know, it takes some fitness levels, and Stevens has got that. You know, certainly seen it against Denmark. He put some terrific balls in that match, and today he's ended up on the score sheet. So he'll be delighted with that, and certainly Wales will be delighted with the start to this second half.
Here they come again down the left.
This is the other one.
Owen Beck charging forward, and a heavy touch in the end. Shame, because he'd done well there. Just mentioning the importance of good fitness levels and having a good engine. So when Beck's engine starts to purr there as he went forward down the left. Joe Lowe. He's across the back to his captain. No pressure really on head turns. Somebody can take the time now. Tell Lithuania to come and get it. Eli King.
I think we'll just see a different Wales side now in the second half. They'll keep the ball, they'll play around with Lithuania. You're just seeing then the skipper just taking a touch, waiting for them to come on. You'll see the same now. Lithuania have to come out, they have to do something. Gaps will appear for the likes of Colwell to drop into, and I'm sure there'll be more goals for Wales.
Beach, happy to take his time. The Lithuanian striker closing in. Now then, Eli King. Puts the ball forward. Charlie Savage. Pat Jones slipped at the vital time. Charlie Savage swinging at that one. Ball nearly fell to Ruben Colwell. Beck. Inside to Harris. Harris tries his luck from range. He got under it. Shot was always rising. You can see the confidence scoring a goal gives you. Once he got that ball and realised he had a bit of space and time, Luke Harris only had one thing on his mind. Shot over the bar that time. Kuchis with a crossfield ball. It's better by Lithuania. Going backtracking. And then moving forward at the vital time, getting the block in, conceding a corner. It was Mateusz Burba who was creating the problems down that right flank. Lithuania will have their first corner of the game. And having got that vital second goal, Cymru obviously will not want to concede quickly, having doubled their advantage, or we'll be back to square one, really. Stepanovicius to take the corner. Turns and got his head to it. Slight misunderstanding, I think, in the Cymru defence, but they got the ball away. There's a second yellow wave coming forward now. With a little ball there, the cross to the near post. Kuchis. No, if he got his head to the ball at all. He did. He wasn't the best header. But very quickly, a reminder for Cymru that Lithuania haven't given up. Far from it, Mark.
No, it's a really good chance. I don't think he's got anything on the ball. It's a good run, and I think just a little nick, and I think the keeper at Beach would have been in trouble. But little escape again for Wales.
Was it on Makis? Put in the cross to the near post. As I mentioned in that first half, his last game was for the Lithuanian senior side, making his debut for them on Sunday night. So he's got quite a bit about him, as has Kuchis, to be fair, who has a few caps for the main Lithuanian team. Couldn't quite make their experience count there. Luka Hull gets it forward to Finn Stevens. Stevens, Odarek this time. Jones his header back. Couldn't find the red shirt. All cleared. The possession given straight back to Cymru. Colwell. Ball back from Eli King. Charlie Savage. Out to Owen Beck. Beck cuts inside and into the area. Owen Beck on the charge again. Cross. I think it was deflected. Or otherwise it was terribly mishit. That's the second time in a few minutes that Owen Beck has turned on the afterburners down the left flank, and it was blocked. Indeed, it'll be a corner for Cymru.
He's really impressed me going forward, Owen Beck. It's almost that head down and drive at defenders. He's got that confidence, and as you said, he's got that speed as well to go with it. But he's a real threat for Wales.
From his first corner of the second half, he's knocked out. Pat Jones tried to knock the ball back in. Lithuania trying to break. Clutches his swipe forward. Way too strong. Beach will gladly take his time, slow things down. Go low, telling him to do just that. Eventually, it's a long kick. Ball presented back to the visitors. Not the best pass by Charlie Savage there. Somebody will have a throw in. Stevens takes it quickly. Eli King in well to retain possession. Jones out wide. Pat Jones can't quite beat the defender. Lithuania again, that cross-field ball. Half a chance maybe down that right flank, but Stepanovic couldn't get to it. That turns once a word. Healing at the Lithuanian number 19. And said something, I'll return to him. Not much in that really though. Somebody will have another throw in on that far side. Savage. Back to turns. No pressure whatsoever on Cymru. Plenty of time to play the ball out from the back. Luka Hool charging forward. Deeper and deeper into the Lithuanian half. Finn Stevens. Deep cross on his left. Ball nearly fell for Colwell. For a moment there, Luka Hool was given the freedom of Janava. Allowed to charge forward. On an adventure for him. Cross halfway. Haven't seen him really venture forward that much today. There he is, the Cymru number 5. Feeling there's a bit of play acting going on. I don't think there is, to be fair. Skuchis. He's receiving some treatment. He'll be fine. Have to leave it a few seconds though, as the rules dictate. So quiet around the stadium, isn't it, Mark? I said there wasn't much of an atmosphere in the first half. There isn't a big crowd here, but that second goal at the beginning of the second period seems to have just knocked the wind out of everyone here.
It really has. I mean, the only noise you can hear is actually the Wales fans. Just heard them singing a Colwell song, chanting Owen back, and you know, that's all you can hear. So yeah, extremely quiet by the home fans. But at 2-0 down, they'll be looking obviously for something from the home team, but I think Wales are in control now. I think they'll keep the ball. They'll make Lithuania work hard, and I can see more chances coming Wales' way in the next 10-15 minutes for sure.
Dues to that little group of Welsh fans who I suspect would have all been in Riga last night, and I'm guessing it would have been a late one. So it's quite impressive that they've got here on time and still have some voice.
Extremely passionate Welsh fans. But yeah, great result last night. Keeps us with hope.
Definitely. Much better window for the Cymru senior team. Good performance in the friendly against South Korea last week. And then what really felt like a vital win against Latvia last night. That finished 2-0, of course.
Great to see Brooks on the score sheet as well. Obviously, things with his personal life, he's back on the field now, and you know, I think that testament to him. And great little finish. Yeah, indeed, just capped off a great result for Wales last night.
Wish he'd scored a bit earlier though. Just for the benefit of my heart, but there we are. Cymru under 21 now on the attack. Ruben Colwell keeps the ball in play. Turns one way, then the other. To go back. Eli King The high ball into the area. It was Joe Lowe putting Virvilas under pressure, and unfairly so. Wasn't much in it, really.
If there's one rule I could change, May, as a former striker, now I play midfield, but that would be it. We've got to go for the ball. The ball's in play. As a striker, what else can we do in that?
Indeed. You feel sometimes goalkeepers are treated like an endangered species.
Do we let them catch it?
Long ball forward. Kutches falls at the edge of the area. And it was a foul by Lowe. Joe Lowe seems amazed. There's a free kick for Lithuania just outside the area. And we saw in that first half, Faustas Stepanovicius can hit them. I think Armandes Kutches showed his experience there. Has a few caps for the senior side. I think he was looking for that contact. And once there was contact and he went down, free kick was given. He actually fell in the area. The challenge was clearly outside though. Joe Lowe, the second Cymru player to see yellow today. And as you'd expect, someone of his height, he's right at the centre of the wall with Ruben Colwell. The wall has been moved back now.
Ed Beach tested in the first half and made a great save. A lot closer this one.
It's going to be Stepanovicius once again though. A couple of Lithuanian players. Coach is one of them, making a nuisance of himself just beside the Cymru wall. 5 men in red in that wall. Faustas Stepanovicius steps up. And he actually got a lot of curve in it. When that left his foot, it seemed to be going way wide. And I think he was comfortably off the target, but definitely got more curve than it first seemed. Not as good as first effort in the first half though. Lithuania going to make a second change. It's Dovidaitis who's coming on. Davidas Dovidaitis, who's a right-sided midfielder. It's Emil Andruskevich who leaves. So we're into the final half an hour. Cymru still looking pretty comfortable, in fairness. 2 goals to the better. Pat Jones battling again. He works so hard. Winning a free kick in the end there as well. And as I mentioned in the first half, seeing one of your teammates work that hard surely does give the rest of the team a lift as well, Mark.
It really does. It's infectious, and especially at the top end of the pitch, when you see that going on in front of you, almost if you're playing behind him, you want to get in onto your man, and then the defence want to push up. So no, watching Pat Jones, you know, he's done it for 65 minutes, same in the last game as well. And I think it's just in his makeup, isn't it, to when he puts that shirt on, he's going to give everything he's got.
Alfonso went back again on the far side. Him in the 3.2 minds there, I think. Vicaria for the Lithuanian number 16. Quite sure what Matthews Remeikis did. He's broken out a turn. I was actually calling it back, of course. There was a foul on turns in the build-up. Good refereeing that. Foul that happened so long ago that I'd initially forgotten about it. The referee from Azerbaijan clearly had it. That wasn't the incident.
3 minutes. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Right? Yeah.
Again, same pattern. Long ball down the field. Turns actually did very well there, nodding the ball back to his goalkeeper.
think the bench has just signalled a couple of minutes, so there could be a change imminent. I just heard Neil Taylor shouting then, so be interesting what Wales do. Do you shut up shop, you know, with 25 minutes to play and, you know, just play that keep ball, keep possession, or do you go for the third and then you know it's game set match? It'll be interesting what change they do make.
Yeah, it sounds like there might be a couple of changes coming up as we go into the final quarter of this game. If it was to finish like this, with Cymru with a 2-goal advantage, Matty Jones's team would actually move to the top of the group on goal difference above Denmark. Bit of wrestling going on there between Lukaku. I think it was Faustas Stepanovicius. This can be, the free kick was offside, I think. Beach, the ball downfield, bounces on, beyond Matt Jones this time. Careless by Lithuania, and a chance to break. Giving Cymru a throw in on that far side. Going back takes. Charlie Savage. Back to turns. Cool. Nearly playing himself into some trouble there. Go low. Long kick down the field beyond everyone. Then Zoka hit that one forward. Substitute Dovidatis. Got himself into a decent position. Seems to forget where the ball was. Ran it out with a goal kick. Dovidatis, another one who's been a part of the Lithuania senior squad. Called up for the Nations League games against the Faroe Islands and Luxembourg a year ago. Didn't get off the bench on either occasion. He's a regular for FA Cholet, his hometown club in the A-Liga, the Lithuanian top tier. Lukaku. What's he like, King? Going back. Pass inside to Ruben Colwill. Colwill. Noticed Finn Stevens had gone on the run. Crossfield ball slightly too strong for him. Finn Stevens acknowledges the effort. First change of the afternoon for Cymru. Josh Thomas coming on. For Pat Jones, who has worked very, very hard this afternoon. Really impressed with his work rate. Josh Thomas of Swansea City, another one who's gone out on loan this season. Already played 6 times for Port Vale in League One. Scored for them as well in the EFL Cup. With 2 goals in his 4 caps for Cymru under 21. It's Lithuania coming forward now. Deep cross, turned behind by Stevens. The cost of a corner. Short corner. Ball pulled back. A terrible shot, really, from outside the area. It's the captain, Karolis Zebrauskas, who tried his luck. He really fluffed his lines, if we're honest there. Frustrated, almost embarrassed look on his face as he turned around.
It's been in a slight scrappy period of 5 or 10 minutes or so. both teams.
As you say that, Lithuania give the ball away. Savage with the ball forward. Colwell.
That's what I like about Colwell. Every time the ball goes into him, he's always looking to, we call it jacks or assists, around the corner, playing with his other strike partner. He's lively, he's intelligent, and that's why when he gets the ball, he can cause problems like he did for the second goal. Just want him on the ball as much as we can in the next 20 minutes, so he's more likely to create something.
Lithuania making another change. Martinas Ziegas coming on. Or Matius Remaikis, who I mentioned. Got that cap for the senior team on Sunday night. So having played 17 minutes again here this evening. Maybe there's a bit of a tiredness creeping in there. Lithuania trying to freshen things up for the last 20 minutes. Can they find a way back into this game? Cymru, who are looking to launch an attack now with Owen Beck on the halfway line. On to Savage. Colwell dropping deeper to get involved. Chipping the ball across field to Luca Houle. Houle forward to Finn Stevens, scorer of Cymru's second goal. Very first minute of the second half, he goes all the way back to his goalkeeper. Ed Beach was actually an outfield player until he was about 15, showing his skills there. They give the ball away cheaply, what you don't want to see at this point.
Stand! Good, slow down!
Stepanovicius with a little pass. Davidaitis went flying rather dramatically, but I think it was a foul. It's been given anyway. Again, cheap free kick, really, a silly free kick to give away. Cymru are comfortable, and a set piece and promising part of the field's been given away there, Mark.
Yeah, you just don't want to bring it onto you now. I mean, it's one of them games, it's 2-0, you think the win's in the bag, and all of a sudden the goal changes everything. It's just really important, Wales, keep that ball, nothing stupid like that. Again, the ball's going to come into the box now. They've just had a free kick, they've had a snapshot at a goal. Just bringing the pressure on themselves a little bit by just being a bit sloppy in possession, getting a little bit complacent. So it's just really important to stay focused. Big 10-15 minutes coming now.
There's a goal now for Lithuania. We'll change things in the complexion of the last 20 minutes dramatically, really. He's having a little break, having a drink, while Ed Beach is down. I think he's in too much trouble. Not that I want to be cynical about things, but maybe it's even a ploy by Mr. Beach. Just going down, getting treatment, slowing things down there. The other Ed in the Cymru team is that a yellow card. Captain Ed turns. Third Cymru player to see yellow this afternoon. Ed Beach back on his feet. Seems to be fine. Straight away, he's going to have to defend this free kick. It's that man, Stepanovicius. Again, he's going to take it. Move the ball forward there just a little bit. Tries to give himself a slightly better angle to swing this one in. And he does that, and it turned out to be a shot in the end. Beach punched it away. High clearance. And it has become a bit scrappy. Neither team really holding on to the ball for long at the moment. Long, hopeful crossfield ball. Never going to get to Stepanovicius though. Finn Stevens there. Heading the ball back to Ed Beach in the goal. Goalkeeper just telling everyone just to calm down. Take your time.
Good positioning from the right wing back. We spoke about the second goal, mate, but he's had to get back the other side there, and it's a good head back into Beach. Let's get his positioning correct there with that diagonal ball that they seem to like playing, Lithuania.
So the Lithuanian bench there. their manager, Tomas Razanauskas. Well, journeyman player. It's fair to call Razanauskas a journeyman midfielder when he played. Had a 20-year career for 19 different clubs in 9 different countries across Europe. Also won over 40 senior caps for Lithuania. And he's also involved with the senior team. Probably helps with the movements back and forth of players between those 2 squads. Things haven't gone his side's way so far this afternoon. And Lithuania are running out of time. Tushkinas turns it around. Slightly loose ball across field. Kuchis. Aimless ball by him. Tired looking pass. Frustrated looking pass, to be honest. Even when they're just tapping it around, Cymru seems to have more energy at the moment. But that's what a 2-goal advantage will do to you. Coolwell. Great pass towards Josh Thomas. Was just too strong for the striker. Third would really make it safe. Cool. Into the fore in the second half. Savage onto Coolwell.
Slowly getting more in the game, Coolwell.
Beck's cross. Well, it was just a bit too high for Josh Thomas, and I think he was offside anyway.
I think with Josh Thomas, naturally he runs in behind a lot with his pace, so Coolwell's just dropping in, linking up the play, getting lots of touches. Thomas obviously occupying both centre halves, so it's just giving that Coolwell a bit of freedom, a bit of space.
All breaks for Josh Thomas. Good tackle there, good clean tackle. Lithuania nearly give the ball away immediately. Here they come down the left. Ball chipped forward. Wonderfully done by Luca Hall.
Centre halves are different these days with the ball at the feet. He's done 2 or 3 things second half. Luca Hall, he's run out with it. He's good in tight areas, and he's pulled that out of the sky as well.
Will can't quite get onto the pass from Owen Beck. Cymru will have a throw in.
The old Vinnie Jones centre half seems to be diminishing away from the game.
Yeah, I don't think I ever saw the former Wales captain show that kind of touch. With all due respect to Vinnie Jones, I hasten to add, just in case he's watching. Bigger than I am. Now then, chance for Cymru. Josh Thomas. Thomas' shot turned over by Julius Virvillas. And that was a real chance. Ball just breaking for him.
Either side, and it's a goal, May, and that would be 3-0. He's just a little bit too high where the keeper can reach it. Either side.
They just seem to lack a little bit of composure there, maybe.
The defender's just right by him, and it's that moment you're trying to get the perfect position almost, and he's just almost a snapshot, and unfortunately hasn't kept it low enough.
Charlie Savage once again with a corner. Lithuania cleared it. Look to break. No one in a yellow shirt down the field. Beach. Send the ball back where it came from. Coolwell doing well to keep it in play. Turns. It is again. Savage. And to Coolwell. Coolwell now. Puts his foot down. Moves forward. Beats his man. Ruben Coolwell into the penalty area. Cross. Right across the face of the goal. There's Finn Stevens there again. Not much chance that he was going to get to that cross, though. Ruben Colwell, we've seen more and more of him in the second half, but that's the last we're going to see of him, as he's just about to leave now. Going to be replaced by Joel Cottrell, another Swansea City player who's out on loan. He's with Stockport County for the season. As you can probably guess, he's related to David Cottrell. Cottrell on 24 senior caps for Cymru. Is his cousin. Another cousin, Jordan, plays for Barrytown United in the Cymru Premier. Owen Beck. Cymru going backwards. Ball across to Luca Houle. Just about kept it in play, did he? No, he didn't.
Just praised him for having a good touch this second half. He's just edged one out of play.
Yeah, maybe he heard us. Finn Stevens shown yellow for kicking the ball away. Cautions like that will add as the group games go on. So Cymru won't want to see their players receive unnecessary yellows at this point. A double change for Lithuania. Emilis Gasiunas is one of the players coming on for Karolis Sabrauskas, the captain. That's confirmation of the other change. Michevicius coming on for Kuchis, the striker. Kuchis had a frustrating afternoon today, having scored for Lithuania in their last outing against Denmark. Cymru coming forward now. Luke Harris scored the first Cymru goal this afternoon. Thought he was fouled. No free kick given. Cymru have stolen the ball back anyway. Cottrell. It's the ball forward to Beck. Eli King finds Cottrell. Cottrell from distance! And that seals the victory for Cymru. He's only just come on, Joel Cottrell. A speculative effort from outside the area. Bounced in past Julius Virvilas in the Lithuania goal. And with 8 minutes to go, there's no way back for the home team now. The small band of Cymru supporters celebrate. Joel Cottrell, what an introduction. Found himself in some space and smacked it home from 25 yards.
Fantastic finish. I don't even think he struck it. He's almost caressed it with the curl around the keeper. Great finish. Like you said, he's just come on, so what an introduction to the game. And that certainly now is game, set, match for Matty Jones's men. He'll be delighted with that. It's always nice as a manager when you make a sub and they have an instant impact. But if you just look at the finish, as I said, he's not struck through the ball. He's almost curled it around the keeper.
Ball going out on loan. Joel Cottrell, captain of the Swansea Under-21 team in this season's Welsh League Cup, the Nathaniel MG Cup, in the first 2 games. He won't be available for them next week when Swansea Under-21 face Cardiff Under-21 in the 3rd round. They've got a double dose of South Wales derbies coming up in the next week. Indeed, after the main event itself on Saturday night, of course. I think it's safe to say now as well that Cymru will finish this window on top of the group, quarter of the way through the qualifying process as well. And important to say that the 2 games Cymru have played so far are away from home. Harris handled that one. And his next away game is also away from home. It's a tough one. Away in the Czech Republic next month. But then 3 successive home fixtures, 2 of them in November, against Iceland and Denmark. If they manage to come home from the Czech Republic next month with another point, they will be well set up for that little run of home games. Cymru under 21 have never qualified for the finals of the European under 21 Championship. But they're off to a good start in this campaign. Will we see him in Slovakia next summer? They're looking for the fourth at the moment. Joel Cottrell, half an effort to get up for that one. Charlie Savage stealing the ball back, pass just beyond Josh Thomas. Well, that was silly by Luke Harris. He was warned a few minutes ago. Petulance, really. No need for it. And now suddenly he's got a yellow card. Having scored that first goal. While Matty Jones will be very happy, for the most part, with what his team has shown him this afternoon, he will not be happy or impressed with that at all. Clothesline, really.
Might not have a bearing on this match, but as you said earlier, mate, it's, you know, future qualifiers. You get a suspension further down the line when it does get to the, you know, the Iceland game and things like that. It can really affect the team. So just moments like that, you're 3-0 up. You know, just keep your head, keep cool. Just don't have to make the challenge.
Clearly premeditated.
But saying it sat here is easier than when you're out there and the blood's running, the adrenaline, you're chasing him.
Maybe that's through the exuberance of youth getting the better of Finn Stevens. Clearly wants to make sure that he got his message across before he left Lithuania. But anything for Lithuania to take out of this game. Surely, with only about 3.5 minutes to go. Goal now would only be a consolation. There's a chance for it. Stepanovic's shot was blocked. Cymru haven't got it clear yet.
It's a certain goal if Ed Turns doesn't put his body on the line. It's a great block. And I was about to say, the last thing Matty Jones will want is the clean sheet, and that's how you defend. You know, they've worked hard 86 minutes, and clean sheets are just as good as goals for me, it's for the team. I mean, naturally defenders want clean sheets, but it comes from the front. We've seen that from the work rate this evening, but that was an awesome block to make sure Lithuania didn't get on the score sheet. Leading by example.
Charlie Crew coming on for the last few minutes, taking Charlie Savage's place. Savage really put a shift in, especially in the second half. We have a corner to defend now. Stepanovic's cross beyond everyone. Just about kept in play on the far side. Can they get it clear? Josh Thomas can't control it. Another chance for Lithuania to put the ball into the area. And a shot on the turn over the bar. Stupas Kersis, the centre-back. Probably not the player that Lithuania wanted to see taking that shot. There's a real chance. Cymru just seemed to maybe wound it down a bit, not quite gone to sleep. But as you mentioned, Mark, Matty Jones will want that clean sheet now after this performance. Mentioned Charlie Crew coming on. He's only 17 years old, as captain of the Cymru under-17 side. First Cymru youth team to qualify for the finals of a continental tournament in 40 years. Played in all 3 games in Hungary back in May. Won his first cap for the under-21s on Friday against Liechtenstein.
I think that's what Wales do so well. You see someone like a player like Charlie Crew. Clearly they've got high ambition for him moving forward. Captain in the 17s, he's had a go in the 21s. Friday night and tonight, you know, certainly looking back, that's what they did with your Aaron Ramseys, your Joe Allens, and that's the future of Welsh football. So the pathway's there, isn't it, to get into Rob Page's first team, and it certainly seems like Matty Jones is creating that again.
Charlie Crew's a defensive midfielder. He's been with Leeds for a year now, previously with Cardiff City. Leeds seem to have high hopes for him as well. He's already made a few appearances for the Premier League 2 team this season. So just a reminder about the games that are coming up on Sgorio. Colwyn Bay face Aberystwyth this Friday, live online and S4C Click. Big game, that one, at the foot of the Cymru Premier table. And then Sunday, Wrexham against Swansea, live on S4C at 5:30. First game of the Adrian Premier League. Wrexham promoted to that league at the end of last season, of course.
I'll be live here, mate, for the Aberystwyth Colwyn Bay game. Don't ask me what I want, what I want result-wise.
And Lithuania have got one back. As we go into injury time, it's Faustas Stepanovicius with the goal. Surely, with less than 4 minutes to play, it will only be consolation at this point. But Matty Jones would be disappointed like that with that. And you do feel, as I mentioned, last few minutes, Cymru, having got that third goal, have gone to sleep really. There's no real pressure on Stepanovicius there as he stepped in onto his right foot. And shot through a forest of legs. Found the net.
9 red players in the box, and as you said, no one's gone to the ball, no one stopped the shot. Matty will be extremely disappointed, so will the lads. I mean, I know what it's like when you want them clean sheets, get into good habits. So they'll be disappointed with that. It just almost takes that, tarnish off the result that would have been 3-0.
And of course, if this does turn out to be a tight group, it comes down to goal difference. A goal like that could make all the difference in the end.
Said at half-time, I felt Lithuania would score, just from the threat that they gave in the first half. So I would say it's probably deserved to be on the score sheet. Although overall, I think Wales have, in terms of their passing, in terms of their intensity, are going to, obviously deserve the 3 points.
They do have a corner here, and they've got a second goal. It's Dobidatis with a corner, and it was turned in by the centre-back, Kristupas Kersis.
Might have just spoke too soon with the deserved 3 points.
Well, 2 goals in as many minutes, really, right at the end. And suddenly, Cymru have a nervous few minutes. What a finish that was. As I mentioned, it was Kersis, the centre-back. Mentioned that his finish earlier on when he had a chance. Wasn't that impressive. Well, that was a lovely little flick. And now Cymru, suddenly, having been way in control, have 90 seconds to hold out for the win. How has this happened? And it is Lithuania coming forward again, on the right-hand side this time. Cottrell wins the ball, hits it downfield. Anywhere will do, really, at this point. Kersis, the goal scorer, hits it forward. Cottrell again gets in the way. Ball's out for the throw-in. As you'd expect, Lithuania take it quickly. Less than 60 seconds of the 4 added minutes to play. Owen Beck battling, wins a free kick. And a vital free kick as well. Waste a few seconds, slow things down. And I'm pretty sure the free kick will be going down the field. For the 3rd night in a row, followers of Welsh sport having, shall we say, a tense last few minutes. We saw it in the rugby on Sunday night, we saw it in Riga last night until Cymru got their second goal, and somehow it's happened again this evening in Jonava.
Just don't do things easy, do we, mate?
I mentioned it before, it's never easy being a Cymru fan. They're nearly there. Is there time for one last attack for Lithuania? Kersis, who will headed it back. We played over the 4 minutes now. There will be a little extra, of course, because of those 2 goals being scored in added time. Hopeful ball towards the Cymru penalty area. Finn Stevens heads it out. One last chance for Lithuania. Looked like a foul throw to me. Play goes on. And it's a Cymru throw. Surely that's it now. Throw in on halfway.
Relief for the Wales fans, and you can hear them now. I think they know that'll be it.
A little band of Cymru fans have woken up again. And a nice, comfortable afternoon in Jonava, and it does finish with a positive result. Closer than we expected at the end. Cymru with 3 going into injury time, but as you can see there, the final score in Jonava, Lithuania under 21-2, Cymru under 21-3. And Mark, just to wrap up, that's confirmed now. 4 points from 2 games, 2 away games. Despite that little hiccup at the end there, I'm pretty sure Matty Jones will be happy with that.
Yeah, good start to the qualifiers. As you say, 4 points from 2 away games. The next away game will be crucial, that they can come home for 3 home games in a row. But although they'll be disappointed conceding 2 goals late on, naturally that'll just be the case. But it's 3 points. He'll look at the positives, certainly make sure what's just happened in the 90th minute they learn from, because in tougher tests further down the qualifiers, it's important that game management in the last 5 minutes is just a little bit better. But overall, a positive result.
Mark, thank you very much. Cymru's next game will be away against the Czech Republic in October, 13th of October to be precise. And Matty Jones's team will go into that game on top of Group I. Just to confirm then, the final score from Jonava: Lithuania under 21-2, Cymru under 21-3.
Vi rilancio termine stradale in stadione